Hi, I'm Matt Hensley. I'm going to be giving you a speech over gun control and why I believe gun control debates need to stop. I believe that gun control debates themselves and the people who are trying to control the guns in America needs to completely stop. I believe that the guns are a necessity to be able to live and be who we are as an American society. I just need everybody to bear with me here, and I just want everybody to close your eyes. Just close your eyes for a second and imagine that you're asleep. You and your family are asleep in the middle of the night. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. You got your kids a couple rooms over, your wife right next to you, whatever. You hear a glass break, your window breaking, your door getting busted in. You call 911. They realize it's going to be 5 or 6. They tell you it's going to be 5 or 6 minutes before a police officer get there. What are you going to do in 5 or 6 minutes? Most criminals are done and over with within that 5 or 6 minutes because they realize that's how long it takes for the police to get there. So in them 5 or 6 minutes, you could be a victim of a thief, sexual assault, many different things. There's a lot of things of reasons you will need guns in America for. There is the hunting purposes. There's a lot of hunters out there, and just the hunters I got these statistics through statisticbrain.com. The number of hunters that are just 16 years old in the United States of America are 12.5 million. That's how many hunters in America at only 16 years old, not even including all the other ages. 12.5 million are 16 years old. If you've ever harvested an animal, a game animal, you'll understand and know how much meat and stuff that is. Being able to go out and kill an animal for food for a family is a huge relief in the pocketbook for others. So that's a perfect example right there of why gun control debate needs to stop. Number one, and then number two, you have the criminal aspect of it. Going back to the scenario that I put everybody in when I started the speech out was, you go and investigate. You feel a little safer when you have a gun. Somebody might say, well, what if it was your kids who was playing with a ball or something? Well, that's where the gun, being able to legally own that gun, you're going to have to go to a class and be able to have a concealed carry license and stuff like that. So you're going to be trained on that weapon to a certain extent. So that's and I think the ways, you've got your accidents that happen, and in statistics like over 200,000 females use a firearm of some sort to fend off a sexual assault. Meaning, if them on average every year 200,000 females did not have a firearm, there would be 200,000 more rapes and sexual assaults in the United States of America alone. That's just females in one criminal act. Why is the gun control debaters, not seeing these statistics? Why would they? Because they don't want you to. They want to control, and it gets into a bigger aspect. But that's not what part of my speech is. My speech is about gun control and why they should stop. You have the hunting aspect of it, and you have the criminal aspect of it, and then you have the sporting aspect of it. There's a lot of people out there who it's a sporting event. You can go out there and you can shoot. You can bond with your family. There's things that you can do with a gun that you can and can't do with it. And it's just like anything else. You've got TV. You watch TV with your family. A lot of people like to go out and shoot guns. I don't see why they're wanting to take something like that away from other people. I've never understood that. You've got, Guns in America is another source that I've got some of my information from. They come out and said that over 80% of the time, guns are used more to save a life than to take one. Obviously, you're most likely going to be taking one when you're saving a life, but more than 80% of the time, there is always been, and people will be like, well, if there was never any guns, then you wouldn't have to have that problem. There wouldn't be statistics that way. And you're right. If they could actually 100% completely destroy every gun in the world, it would be the best thing to ever be done, to a point. But then you lose your hunting aspect of it. You're going back to the Stone Ages, and you can't do that. So the gun control debate needs to stop. It's just simple as that. People need to wake up And with my speech today, I hope to inform each and every one of you to spread the word. When you hear somebody talking about gun control, because it's happening all the time now, and you hear these statistics, you've got a perfect example in Britain. They've had 35 murders by guns last year, according to CNN Piers Morgan. 35, compared to the United States of America of 11,000 something. That's quite a bit of a difference. So they have a case, but you also have to go to the point of saying they've also had over 20-something thousand stabbings by a knife. So the crime rate is still just as high as ever. They're just using different things, and that's just like drugs in America. They ban drugs, and you read in every newspaper, police reports, every single one of them has somebody being arrested for drugs, and every one of them is illegal and banned. Same thing's going to happen with guns if people keep trying to ban them. It's going to fall into the wrong hands, and nobody's going to be able to protect themselves. The FBI released a deal, stats stating that there is more homicides in gun-controlled cities than there is in non-gun controlled cities. Meaning, if the civilians are not allowed to have guns to protect themselves, then the criminals know that and are more acceptable to breaking in and stealing and thieving and raping and sexually assaulting individuals and victims than the ones that are not. They're the ones that do have, firearms in the household. So I hope today with this speech I was informative of the reason why gun control debate needs to stop, and I'm hoping to you that every time you hear somebody start talking about gun control debate, you might speak up and get on the right side. That's what my mission was with this speech, and I'm hoping that I accomplished it. Thank you.